Hello and good morning. How are you today? Welcome to class 1199. This is the next to last class. Tomorrow is the last one. Marta is crying. It's the last one. Yeah, I'm not crying yet, but remember, after tomorrow, you have 1,200 classes. 1,200 classes. Each one lasting 26 minutes. So 1,200 times 26 minutes, 31,200 minutes. It's a lot of minutes, all right? Divided by 60 means 520 hours. You have 520 hours of English classes with me, starting from square one. Cuadrado uno se dice mucho, square one. Starting from scratch, starting from the beginning. And so you have this on Televisión a la Carta, que tiene otro nombre, ahora no me acuerdo. You remember? Yeah? Play. Okay, you can find. I recommend that you go back and go from number 1 to number 1,200. 1,200. It's a lot of time, a lot of hours, 520 hours. But it's the best English course that exists. And if you have the books, you can successfully solve the English language problem. Many people have written to me in hand and on the internet or through the website thanking me, and they have reached a good level of English thanks to this program. So remember, the question is not looking for a miracle method. No, the question is devoting the necessary time. And remember, devoting the necessary time, for the time to be effective, you have to prioritize correctly. And as I've told you so many times, the number one priority is listening comprehension. 70% of your focus needs to be on your ear, 30% for the rest. In fact, 70% for the ear, 29% for basic grammar, and 1% for the rest. So, this paragraph on page 107 of Gain Fluency, paragraph number 997, says the following. If you understand natives and non-natives with ease, then you must focus solely on agility with the basic grammar. By this, I mean oral agility, the ability to recite sentences spontaneously. All right. If you understand natives and non-natives, a native, me, I'm a native speaker, but people in Germany, Italy, China, Japan, these are non-native speakers. Sweden, the Netherlands, these are non-native speakers. And many of the people you perhaps deal with now or in the future are not native speakers, but they use English professionally. You have to understand these people. It's not easy to understand Germans. When the Germans speak English, these are very important pencils. Okay. Sometimes it's not easy to understand them. Or the Italians, they talk about the pencils in this cup. And so sometimes it's not easy. And natives, it's much more difficult, usually, to understand people from Texas, people from New York City, people from London. Well, it's not easy. People from Scotland, of course. People from Northern England. People from Wales. People from Ireland. People from Australia. It's not easy. Or people from Jamaica, from the Caribbean. You have to understand. Now, it says here, if you understand natives and non-natives with ease, con facilidad. Fácil is easy. Quita la Y, pones una E. Ease es facilidad. Then you must focus solely, escrito solely, única, exclusivamente, solely. O sea, solamente. Then you must focus, has de enfocar. Then you must focus solely on agility with the basic grammar. Agility with a basic grammar. Yo he dicho esto 80,000 veces en mi vida y no penetra en mis interlocutores. Agilidad con la gramática básica, no la avanzada, ni la intermedia, la básica. Es la única que usamos. 95% of the time, or 90% of the time. 90% of the grammar we use is basic. 90% of the vocabulary we use is easy, basic vocabulary. You must be an expert with the basics. The basics. The verb to be. I am, you are, she is, they are, we are. En la pregunta, are you, is she, are they, are we, etc. In the past tense, you were, she was, they were, I was, we were. Were you, was he, was she, were we? Have you been, has estado, o has sido? Have you been, has she been, have we been? You have to be very good with this. The basic grammar. Advanced grammar, no. Advanced grammar is interesting, important, but we use it very few times per month. De habérmelo dicho, podría haberlo terminado a tiempo. Si me hubieras dicho que lo necesitamos para hoy, te lo habría traído para hoy. Este tipo de frase lo dices una vez al mes. The conditional. Pero la expresión en español, hay que hacer esto, se dice 80 veces por día. All right. So you need, como se dice hay que en inglés, you need to, or you have to. Tienes que hacerlo de esta manera, you have to. Hay que hacerlo, es una forma impersonal en castellano. O en español, para decir, hay que hacerlo de esta manera. En inglés, tienes que hacerlo, debes hacerlo, necesitas hacerlo de esta manera. You need to do it this way, you have to do it this way. And we use this all the time. The verb to be, the verb to have, the verb to go, the verb to want, the verb to do, to say, to tell, to speak, to hear. There are 20 verbs. And with these 20 verbs, it's 90% of everything you need. I mean, the verb to sleep. How many times per day do you use the verb to sleep? In Spanish, dormir. How many times a day do you say or hear the verb dormir? Once a day, twice a day, maybe. How many times per day do you hear the verb ir? ¿Cuándo vas a hacerlo? Nos van a llamar, voy a hacerlo más tarde. We're using the verb ir to go all the time. All the time. Every minute of the day, we're hearing it or using it when we're speaking. The verb to be, ser o estar, soy, es, son, están, estás, ¿cómo estás? O sea, we're using all the time. And you have to be agile and effective with this. And that's the only thing that's important. Understanding and agility with the basic grammar. And I mean oral agility. And by this I mean oral agility. The ability to recite sentences, recitar frases de forma espontánea, ¿no? With spontaneity. Yes. Lo hago, lo hice, lo haré, lo he hecho. Pam, 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 pam. Yes. Estas cosas pronuncié sin rencor ni despecho. 1000 veces al día en los años 70. Labor que de sufrimiento no estaba exenta. Okay. Pam, 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 pam. You have to be fast. ¿Cuándo lo vas a hacer? ¿Cuándo lo hiciste? ¿Cuándo lo harás? ¿Lo harías si pudieras? ¿Lo habrías hecho si hubieras podido? Bam. You have to have this type of agility. And these paragraphs, reading them aloud, reading them, memorizing them, following the instructions here, the instructions in this book, and then memorizing these paragraphs. If you understand natives and non-natives with ease, then you must focus solely on agility with the basic grammar. By this I mean oral agility, the ability to recite sentences with spontaneity. Spontaneity. Now you can listen to these paragraphs because we have audio. You have the audio for these paragraphs. You can download the audio and listen to my voice reciting these paragraphs. But then you need to read them several times, memorize them, and say them aloud to a mirror or whatever. Just declamar estos párrafitos, pequeños párrafos. You just, as if you're speaking to 500 people. Practice. You have to practice and practice and practice. Living in Spain, it's very, very difficult, sometimes impossible, to gain a good command of English. If you don't live in England or the States or Ireland or Australia for 1 or 2 years. But doing it in Spain requires making a strong effort. Then the most important effort is exposing your ear to the constant flow of the language in order to improve your listening comprehension. And the second is these paragraphs, speaking, forcing yourself. When I was learning Spanish, I read 4 novels by Pío Baroja aloud. I read La Busca, Hierba Mala, La Aurora Roja, I think, Aurora Roja, and El Árbol de la Ciencia. I read 4 novels by Pío Baroja aloud in a room in Doctor Izquierdo Street. Alquilaba una habitación ahí. And I was reading Baroja aloud to practice my agility with the Spanish language. You have to do the same with English. Everybody promises, con nuestro método usted llegará, o sea, aprenderá inglés sin esfuerzo. Mentira. It is not possible. Mastering, reaching a good command of a second language requires a lot of work, a lot of exposure to the sounds of the language, a lot. The people, the professionals who work in multinational corporations in Spain, Spanish people, many of them speak English very well. But if you ask them, what's the total number of hours of exposure and usage of the language? It's probably 5,000, 10,000 hours. Woo. Desde que empecé en la otra empresa hasta hoy, habré acumulado 10,000 horas de contacto con el inglés, directo, indirecto y todo, profesional. Of course they speak English well. After 10,000 hours, you find people who are 45 years old using English in their job effectively, but at age 25 they were using English in their job. And so they've gained this skill. It takes a long time. I've met, personally, I remember 3 people who surprised me with how quickly they learned. Interestingly, none of the 3 had a college degree. Ninguno tenía titulación universitaria. Boom. Wow. I was surprised. But they were obsessed with the language. They became obsessed with the language. Boom. They learned it very quickly. And that's only 3 people of 2,000 people I have personally taught. It takes a very long time. But it's worth it. It's worth it. Vale la pena. Learning, the effort you make to gain agility, speaking, sharpens your brain, te afila el cerebro. People who learn a second language well, in my opinion, are more intelligent. Their brain grows. They are more capable of achieving their goals. So you need to make that effort. And you have the materials. If you go into inglesentv.com, you can find these books and the ones we used from the beginning. And you can go back and you can go from class number 1 if you want, reviewing things. But the important thing is to speak aloud, hablar en voz alta. Hola Juanita, ¿cómo estás? Te veo cansado hoy, ¿te pasa algo? ¿Dormiste bien anoche o has dormido bien esta noche? ¿A qué hora te acostaste? ¿A qué hora te levantaste esta mañana? ¿Cómo has venido hoy? ¿Has venido en coche? ¿Has venido en transporte? You're practicing. How did you come? Did you come by car? Did you use public transport? Did you sleep well last night? What time did you go to bed? What time did you get up? Yes. You look tired. Why don't you sit down? Take it easy, relax, and you practice and practice and practice and practice. With an imaginary person. Create an imaginary person and talk to that person. You can say, hola Braulio, ¿cómo estás? And you can start talking to Braulio or Olegario upstairs, or you can talk to, you have to speak aloud. So, si te da corte, enciérrate en tu habitación, bam, o el baño, and you start talking to the mirror. Hello, mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all? All right. And you can talk to Snow White or to the Queen in the mirror. You can just talk and talk and talk. And if you don't, these paragraphs. And it says, the boss told me not to tell you. It's just page 106, 983. El jefe me dijo que no te lo dijera, pero the boss told me not to tell you. Esta frase es importantísima. Me dijo que no te lo dijera. En inglés, the boss told me not to tell you. Say that sentence 20 times. The boss told me not to tell you. He told me not to tell you. He told me not to tell you. He told me not to tell you. O al revés, he told me to tell you. Me dijo que te lo dijera. He told me to tell you. He told me not to tell you. He told me to tell you. He told me not to tell you. Haces el ridículo, pero estás a solas. ¿Qué más da? Yeah. Yes. I like it. I don't like it. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I've never done it. Well, I've done it many times. I've never done it. I've done it many times. You practice these things again and again and again. Por ejemplo, they located my car in Romania. Localizaron mi coche en Rumanía. They located my car in Romania. Come in and have a seat. Entra y siéntese. Come in and have a seat. Come in and have a seat. Say it aloud 10 times, 20 times. Come in and have a seat. Take it easy. Don't get so upset. Tranquilo, no te disgustes tanto. Take it easy. Don't get so upset. El inglés que viene de este libro es inglés hablado. No es inglés literario ni escrito. It's inglés hablado. It's spoken English. This is spoken English. This is how we speak. Native speakers. It's written in native spoken English. And boom. Cosas así ocurren. ¿No? Things like that happen. Things like that. Things like that. Things like that. Las cosas así ocurren. Ocurren cosas así. Things like that happen. Yeah, don't get so upset. Take it easy. Yeah. Life's full of ups and downs. So calm down. Así que cálmate. Calm down. Relax. All right. Whatever. We finally were able to sell the shares. The best thing to do is to leave her alone. Lo mejor es dejarla en paz. The best thing to do is to leave her alone. The best thing to do, lo mejor. Claro, en español se dice lo mejor. Lo difícil de esto, lo importante de aquello, lo. La palabra lo es un invento español curioso. A mí me encanta. Lo, porque encierra muchas cosas. En inglés no tenemos lo. Tenemos el o la, o the. Entonces, lo importante es, the important thing, lo importante de este tema de este asunto. The important thing about this, lo difícil del inglés, the difficult thing, o sea, la cosa difícil, the difficult thing about English. Y aquí dice, the best thing, lo mejor que puedes hacer es dejarla en paz. The best thing you can do is to leave her alone. Just practice. This book does miracles if you follow the instructions. This is the best book in the world for improving your speech. Not your ear, your speaking ability. But you have to follow the instructions. If you follow the instructions, this is by far the best book in the world. It's not the best book in the world for listening comprehension. It's not the best for understanding grammar. Here we have this for understanding grammar. It's not the best in the world for expressions like this. No. Although there are many expressions here, it's not the best book. But to agilizar el habla y la expresión oral, y el impacto oral, este libro no tiene parangón. This is the best. Pero hasta si no sigues las instrucciones, tíralo a la basura. Yeah. Es una pérdida de dinero si lo has comprado y no sigues las instrucciones. Follow the instructions. In the instructions, dicen, Dios mío, ¿tengo que hacer todo esto? Do you want to learn English or not? Are you a consequential person? Consecuente, es persona consecuente. You set a goal and you go for it, a por ello. Because un objetivo y a por ello. You set a goal and you go for it. Because to learn a language, living in Spain, not living in England or Scotland or Ireland or America, living in Spain, to go from an insufficient level to a good level requires a lot of work, a lot of focus. And there are only two things I recommend. Para lo más eficiente is number one, YouTube. Ir a YouTube y absorber cuantas horas puedas de inglés. Entrevistas con actores, tutoriales sobre cómo pintar las uñas o cómo mejorar los bíceps o cómo cambiar tu swing de golf, me da igual, o cómo agarrar la raqueta de tenis. Puedes encontrar. You can find on YouTube, you go to YouTube, tennis lessons, and you can watch 100 hours of tennis lessons in English. You put YouTube, interview with Barack Obama, and you can find at least 2 hours of interviews with Barack Obama on YouTube, or with Donald Trump, or with Bill Clinton, or with George Bush, or with Albert Einstein, or with Jorge Luis Borges in English. It's fascinating. Entrevista 1 hora con Borges en inglés, the Argentine short story writer and poet. You can find so much. That's for your ear. It's for your ear, to caress your ear, to slowly improve your ability to understand. Si no entiendes, el hablar no vale para nada, porque no sigues la corriente de la discusión o los temas. Por eso los sordomudos no pueden hablar. No son mudos, son sordos. No son mudos porque las cuerdas las tienen bien, las cuerdas vocales, pero no las pueden usar eficazmente porque no oyen, no entienden. So everything starts here. Everything starts here. And this is a question of quantitative absorption, not study. You cannot study to improve your ear. I cannot teach you to understand. I cannot help you. I can't help you with listening comprehension. You have to do it on your own. Exposición. Se escribe exposure. Exposure. Boom, bam, bam, bam. Una riada de inglés nativo. hacia los oídos. Y con el tiempo vas entendiendo. Porque lo que no entendías antes de haberlos visto por escrito lo habrías entendido. Entonces el oído no discrimina sonidos. Yes. You're not, you are not, you're not, or you aren't. Yeah, you're ready, aren't you? Aren't you? Didn't you? Haven't you? Los hijos de Carmencho, ¿te acuerdas? All of these things, you have to expose your ear. Y con el, llega un momento donde anda, estoy entendiendo, me noto, entiendo mejor. It's a slow process, but you start understanding better and better. And when you understand, when you understand well, you relax. And you start feeling more confident. So, oh, and you start speaking better, psychological, because of confidence. Por el oído. See you tomorrow.